Why is everybody so greedy? It's it's the culture. It's the way the world is totally operating today. And it just keeps getting worse and worse. I'm calling it greed culture. Literally, it's perpetuated by the super rich, by the corporations, by governments, and it's a very simple philosophy, a very simple doctrine. Really, it's their religion. It's all about me. I need more and more and more. It's never enough. I will never be satisfied. I gotta have the best things. I gotta make more and more money. And I gotta have everything. It's never enough. And it's all perpetuated from the top down. That's why things get harder and harder, because we need more money, even though we don't really need more money. It's just that people at the top want more and more control. So what do? They got to print more money. They have to do things to make your life harder and harder and harder. And what does everybody else do? They do the exact same thing. It's a culture now. Everybody's greedy. I need to make $100 an hour. I don't get paid enough. And what really the problem is because they keep turning the screws up on everybody, making it harder and harder and harder. What do these corporations do? They have to control the supply of everything. And then they determine the prices on everything. And they keep raising prices. There's no need or reason for prices on things to go up several times every single year. The only reason that would happen is if obviously you're trying to control the supply, you're trying to manipulate the supply. There's no end to your level of greed, so you need a bigger paycheck, you need bigger bonuses, you want your stock to go up endlessly. I mean, nobody's learned from this. They haven't learned from their own Ponzi schemes. You can't just keep endlessly raising prices. Eventually, nobody's going to be able to afford it. Eventually, no one's going to be able to get anything. And it's just perpetuated from the top down, and we're doing the same thing. We're following the same exact footsteps. I need everything. I need this. I need the bigger car. I need the bigger house. I need to make $50 an hour. No, that's not enough. I need $100 an hour. I need $200 an hour. I need millions of dollars, or I'm not happy. I need a $10 million house. I need my own private jet. And everybody just keeps screwing everybody over. Nobody cares about anybody. It's all about me, me, and me. Well, I need this much money to retire. I need $10 million or whatever. And we all raise our children to be the exact same way. And all it does, life gets harder and harder for everyone. It's going to get harder for you. You can whine and cry about how you're not getting paid enough and everything costs too much. And you need more and more and more and more, just like everybody else. And you keep playing this game. You keep playing within the confines of the system in a perpetual game of slavery. And it's not going to get any better for you. It's going to keep getting worse. Things will continue to get more expensive. You will have no money in your bank account. You won't be able to buy anything you want. All the things that you used to enjoy, you can't even afford to do. You can't even barely afford to leave your house right now because of how expensive it is. Every time you leave your house, it costs you probably a minimum of $100 to go out and do anything. Or you're going to find yourself spending at least $100 every time you leave your house. You're probably spending a lot more than that. You're probably spending hundreds. You're probably spending $500 every time you walk out your door because you have to buy some crap you see, no matter how much it is. You need this, you need that. I need more. And this is the way society is. And if you're not making as much money as possible, you're considered to be a loser. Who the hell came up with that shit? Assholes. And yet we follow the same philosophy. It's a world full of greedy little assholes that just won't stop. that just can't get it. All the people that are in charge right now, they're just a bunch of greedy little assholes. They don't care about anybody but themselves. Of course, it's not going to go well for them in the long term, but they don't care. They don't care about the consequences of their actions. They don't care about anybody. They're all a bunch of controlling narcissists. And nobody's ever stood up to them. So what is it going to do? They're going to continue to tighten the screws on you. They're going to continue to rob you. They're going to continue to screw you over, because that, to them, that feels good. That makes them happy. Because I don't know. I can't even figure it out. I don't know how people can be so evil, but they are, and that's what they do. Yeah, and the real question is how far are you willing to go to stay in the system if you can't break away? What are you going to do? How desperate are you and everybody else going to get? Are you going to rob people outright? Just start stealing from them by force? Are you going to take jobs that are seriously morally compromising, whatever that may be, and do terrible things so that you can eat, so that you can make a lot of money? Even if you're not doing that bad right now, are you somebody that would do something terrible for the promise of a lot of money? You know? Because this system is going to continue to get more and more greedy. It's going to continue to get more and more evil. And they're going to make it harder and harder for you. They get off on this. They like watching you squirm and struggle. They're not there to help you. Your leaders and your politicians, they're not there to help you. They're there to squeeze you. They're the agents of the system. They're there to make it harder for you. Now, they're going to make it seem like they're helping you. They're going to sell you scams and schemes, make it sound good. Maybe in the short term it might seem like it's all working out well, but in the long term, it never seems to get better for you. It always seems to get worse. It always seems to get harder, no matter who you elect or what you do or who you put in charge. They all always seem to screw you over in the long term. And the question is what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to play the game and continue to choose to be an agent of the system and do whatever you got to do, no matter how evil it is, no matter how morally compromising it is, just to get a paycheck? Because there will probably come a day when they're going to tell you to do some really horrible shit so you can get a seat at the table, so you can survive under their evil system. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people are going to try to keep what they got, even though they can't win anyway. Out of fear, out of desperation, maybe hoping that, you know, they'll somehow get through this instead of moving away from all this shit. I think a lot of people, you know, they're going to completely sell their souls. They're going to completely compromise themselves. Maybe just to eat, maybe to get that nice car that they want, or that cool stuff. They're, you know, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't see anything changing. I don't see anything changing with most people. They just keep on doing it. They're perpetuating the greed culture, and they're raising their kids to be the same way. Generations of little assholes, greedy little assholes that have no empathy, that don't care about anyone but themselves, raising narcissists. It's stupid. This is where we're at. And you're just going to have to work harder and harder. You're not going to have time for anything. You're going to have to get 2, 3, 4 jobs, working 100 hours a week just to make ends meet, because you want to keep the lifestyle going. You got to have the big house. You got to pay that mortgage. You got to pay that $1,000, $2,000 car payment. All the little bills and all the little things you need in the process. And the 4 kids that you're stupid enough to have right now that you can't afford to have, that you shouldn't be having, and raise them to be greedy little assholes too, and keep this evil system going. Toe the line. And you're not going to have time for anything anyway. You're going to be completely owned. All your time, all your energy will be completely used up. And for what? What is the point? You and everybody else will be 100% completely consumed by greed, by selfishness. Why? Why do it? What is the point? The whole thing ends in ruin and destruction. You know, what really matters? Does any of that really matter? You know, is there something better? Can we do better? I know we could. But, you know, this is the path that most people choose, that they're chosen. And, you know, we keep going down this path, we're going to meet our doom. We're going to meet destruction. And I think there's a much better way. But people do what they do.